Hi guys, it's Majesty Bianca here with the Financial Drive-Thru again, and it's good to be back. Bitcoin has been rallying like crazy and price has actually gone quite parabolic over the past couple of days. It's been super exciting. Everybody's been making a rave about it, and all the YouTubers are out again as usual with their predictions, with all the stuff in the news. The media is going crazy. So the purpose of this video today is for all of you who are probably wondering what to do next, because at this point in time price is actually consolidating around the $8,000 region. There's been a lot of FOMO going on. Everybody's going crazy. I've been getting messages from people asking me what to do. Are they supposed to buy Bitcoin now? Is this like a good time? And of course, there's always going to be the group of people who wish they bought Bitcoin earlier on. And, you know, I just want to be the voice of reason at this time. I want to actually, speak up about this. This, of course, is not financial advice, as we always have to say and point out, just so you know. But it is common sense. If you bought crypto, say around 3,000, it makes sense at this point to take some profits. I want everybody to start to focus and think like they would if they were investing long term. Nobody is in this, well, of course people are in this for that, but people shouldn't be in this for the short term gains, except you're like a day trader and this is all you do. And the thing to note is whenever the market is consolidating like this, it really just means people have no idea where to go next. So the bears and the bulls are really trying to figure this out. There's going to be like a whole tug of war going up and down. And this is a critical time because if you haven't taken any profits, I highly recommend that you do so now. Personally, a couple days ago, I sold some Bitcoin. Yeah, I know it sucks. I mean, because the price did rise a bit higher after that. But I don't feel bad because, you know, I had made quite a lot of profit on, the buys I did previously. And I didn't switch to fiat. I actually moved into stable coins. Now, you may not feel so comfortable using Tether, but I mean, there are so many other ones. There's the Gemini coin right now, GUSD. There's TrueUSD, and I mean, there's the DAI stable token. So you could try and figure out, there's a whole bunch of stable coins. I encourage people to do their research, try and figure out which ones you're going to do. I mean, it will actually be nice to talk about stable coins at some point, so I may delve into that, but I'm trying to stay on point here. So what I'm really trying to say is, it doesn't matter what you do if you choose to go into fiat or if you choose to, hedge your position with stable coins. The fact is, I really just pray people aren't so greedy, because if we haven't learned anything, I mean, 2018 was a long year, okay? And it's very important for pretty much everybody to actually protect their investments now more so than ever, just because of the rhetoric that's going on about crypto in general. And you definitely want to be in a position of power. You want to be able to say, your strategies that you're taking in crypto are the ones that are going to pave the way for you going forward. So what I personally do is, and I mean, if you're a religious man, you probably already pay your tithe. So the way I do mine is the same way I put some money aside for my tithe giving is also how I put away money for crypto, put away money for other investments. And it's a mindset that I think people can actually benefit from if you start to create a portfolio, like an actual portfolio that consists of multiple asset classes. And I mean, there's so much news about the ETFs going on right now. We've seen there's been yet another ETF delay again on the which one was this? Sometimes I just lose count. There's so many, but this is on the Bitwise and VanEck Bitcoin ETF proposals. They've been actually halted until I think it's August 14th and 19th. So I mean, pretty much we can expect, this to happen again, at least maybe once or twice more. We've seen the Bakkt Bitcoin futures and custody platform launch be confirmed for the year 2019. And interestingly enough, they actually claim that they finally be able to convince the regulatory watchdog CFTC, that's the Commodity Futures and Trading Commission, as well as the NYDFS, which is the New York Department of Financial Services, to give their approval. So So I'm very optimistic about what's going to happen. YouTubers are actually already going crazy. I've been seeing a lot of predictions. People are throwing Bitcoin. I think I saw a video from Sunny Decree talking about Bitcoin hitting 100,000 probably by 2020. His title says 219, but if you watch the video, he talks about it more realistically in 2020. I don't know what I feel about that, because right now we're still struggling to breach 8K. But the same way nobody saw this coming is the same way we might all be shocked with 217 highs again. To answer the question of whether or not this is the right time to buy Bitcoin, I would say yes. I'm definitely going to say yes, because every time is a good time to buy Bitcoin. And so for me, it's a thing of perspective. You know, if you can afford to buy a small portion of Bitcoin, again, I don't fancy when people get all greedy and say they want to own an entire Bitcoin right away. You don't have to. Buy with whatever you can, really, and just put again, each month, if you can actually accumulate just a little bit. There are going to be 21 million Bitcoins in circulation. If you can afford to accumulate as much as you can before scarcity, and I mean true scarcity kicks in, you're going to be off in a better place. So the mindset is as little as you can. It doesn't really matter if it's $100, if it's $50, if it's $500, $2,000, whatever you have, whatever you can spare, without actually having to break the bank, without actually having to be unable to pay other bills or handle, I mean, real life stuff. Because the markets took quite a while to even get us this happy. So if we're being honest, take your time, pace yourself, and just get into it and make it happen, okay? Now, the reason I say it's also wise to slow down is because if right now we can see we're almost overbought on the RSI, and this is on the 4-hour chart. On the daily, we're definitely overbought already. And so if technical analysis, which hasn't been working out, suddenly kicks in, if it suddenly decides to actually work, and if everybody who has some sense decides to take profit, what we're going to see is we're going to see a dip in the price of Bitcoin. And I mean, sure, in the long term, I still believe that you're going to make up all your cash again. It's just going to hurt if you see that you bought Bitcoin, you know, at a higher price than you could have gotten it at. So it's always good to hedge. Again, I'm going to come up to stable coins. If you choose to, it's good to just catch the gains you have right now. It doesn't have to be everything. It could just be a portion of it. But I mean, altcoins are making a move as well. If we go over to CoinMarketCap real quick, we can see that actually it's not a bad day in crypto. Everything is pretty much up. Bitcoin is at 7,994 right now. Ethereum. But I mean, also, if we want to be more accurate, we should check the prices of the coins against BTC. And at this point, at a glance, we can see everything is doing fine, except for Bitcoin Cash. And I mean, yeah, okay. But everything is doing fine. So you can see people are actually putting money into a lot of these coins. And I definitely think that's a good strategy. Grab as many altcoins as you can get at prices, because Bitcoin dominance is kicking off. And it's actually had a lot of traders, you know, remove money from altcoins and toss them into Bitcoins to catch the gains. And we're going to have this whole tug of war, alt season, Bitcoin mooning, what's going to happen. And to be honest, I have to say this. Nobody knows. We're all optimistic. There are a ton of Bitcoin maximalists out there who are going to tell you Bitcoin is the way forward, it's the future, no other coin can stand. And really, it's all down for you to do your own research.
And that ain't the part that behooved me. What behooved me was,
now more than ever, because I know there's so much FOMO in the air, and there are going to be a lot of noobs jumping in just trying to catch what they missed out on in 2017. I'm thinking it's high time I started dropping more tutorial videos. So I also want you guys to let me know the kind of stuff you want to learn about in the comment section. Definitely drop a comment and just, you know, toss some topics out there. I'll pick out a few things and see what I can work on. But besides that, I'm also going to try and step into the shoes of a newcomer, someone who knows absolutely nothing about Bitcoin, because it's one of the comments I get often from my viewers. And so I guess the direction I'm thinking of going is to carry everybody, as many people as I can along. And so I'm going to try and, you know, simplify a lot of stuff, try and make some videos that cater to, you know, the learners. And I mean, sure, even if you've been in crypto for a while, I believe there are many things that, you know, you could definitely still benefit from. If you're interested in stuff like that, I'm going to be putting out some videos on the side, so you should definitely check them out. The top one is actually going to be one of my tutorials, and the bottom one is something that YouTube believes you should be watching. And of course, if you like this video, definitely give me a like, hit the subscribe button so you can catch my other videos as they drop. Be sure to get that bell notification as well, and I'll see you on the next one.